Um, hello. My name is Caleb. Uh, I am a little new to tarot reading, and this is the first one I've done on YouTube. Um, but I was doing a little reading for myself and the collective, and I was called to. I got through this spread, and just feel like this is something that needs to be shared. Now, again, I'm new to tarot reading, so please forgive me if I'm not. Oh shit! Did I just turn my mic off? No. Here, I feel like that might be messing with the audio, so I'm gonna put it in my shirt. Um, Forgive me if I'm not the most clearly spoken on it. I'm still learning. Um, but I will be reading through this like kind of guide booklet that came with my deck. I am reading from the Pagan Tarot by Gina M. Pace. Very beautiful deck that I got from a local spiritualist store. Anyway, um, I already have all of these cards laid out. Um, you're just gonna have to trust me that I shuffled the deck before doing this spread. But I see a very clear message of new beginnings and a sense of balance. And again, I'm included in the collective in this reading, as I was doing a reading for myself and was called to share. Okay, so this might be a little long. The spreads I did was the ones that came with this booklet, which are the Wiccan cross and just like a pentagram. Um, Now, to start, we have the pentagram. Well, to start the pentagram, we have the Initiate of Swords. And sorry, my hands are shaking. I haven't eaten lunch, and I need to. And I'm also drinking a yerba, so like, you know how it is. Yeah. So the Initiate of Swords. The Initiate in this deck is like the Knights in Standard Tarot. And I'm probably just going to read directly from this book a lot of the time because it just helps me refresh my understanding of the card. And then I also pull from some of the images on the cards to further dive into the idea. Because at different times, different things can call to you in the pictures. So the Initiate is a higher level of energy within the core. The Initiate has made much progress and some commitment has already been established. Growth is not by any means limited or finished. There is still much to be done. However, validation of the chosen path is ours because we have accomplished enough to see that success will be ours if we continue working as we have been. We can enjoy what we have, but not get lazy or complacent. And I was wrong. It's not the Knight. It's the Queen in Standard Tarot. And the biggest thing I get from this deck, or from this picture, is he looks very, not in like an egotistical way of like satisfied. Again, like it said, to not get lazy or complacent, but you can tell he's been through shit, you know. And if a big theme that I've seen throughout this whole spread is balance, and you see how he is balancing the sword on his hand. I just get the sense that he is at a place where he understands where he stands in where he is in his life, you know. And I also noticed that he has two pentacles on his scarf, and I almost find it to be like a balance between the mental challenges he's been through and also physical challenges, instability in his life in the past. Now, when it comes to the pentagram, I'll talk about it as I go. But the first card is what you can see. So what you see is a sense of confidence in what you've been through, learning from the things that you've been through, and that you're a strong individual. And the second card is the Novice of Pentacles, which is what you can't see. Now I'm going to, again, read from this. The Novice is the next level of commitment and action within the Tarot court. Since this card is equivalent to the Knight in traditional Tarot, the Novice shows us where we have literally begun to throw our energy onto a new path. Whether it be mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual, we are action-oriented and motivated to work on our goals. As long as we don't lose sight of the rest of our lives, this can be healthy. And now, again, this is like, maybe you need to take time and really appreciate how far you've come, and show some gratitude for where you are. You see that she is kind of observing her pentacles and seeing she seems to be walking along her path, and she has food with her and comfort, and she has her eyes closed. I don't know if you can see, but it almost feels like a sense of like things are getting started, and that's okay. Yeah. The third card is the Seven of Cups, and in the spread, this is what you can change. And I get the sense of like there's people at this park, so forgive background audio if you can hear them. But what you can change. Now, this card, I get the sense that you need to look inward and meditate. Kind of. The biggest thing is that you can find balance within yourself. Look inward and connect with spirit and your guides. And all the things that you wish for will come to you. You can see in these cups are all the things you could wish for in life. And the biggest thing I saw when I first looked at this card is that every element is on this card. This is the Seven of Cups, so it does refer to emotional challenges and not even challenges, but just the emotional aspect of life. And seven's like kind of the lucky card. And with it being the third card in the spread, I get the sense that like it's time to, almost adding on to the last one, look at where you're at and find contentment in that. And to sit with Mother Gaia, sit with Spirit, and allow it to show you what you need to reach these things, to bring this abundance into your life. And again, with all the other elements, pentacles and wands and swords right there, it's that you, by bringing all of these things into balance, you can bring this abundance into your life. Now the fourth card is the Elemental of Pentacles, which is kind of like the Page of Pentacles in Standard Tarot. I'm going to read the description. In this deck, the lowest member of the court is the Elemental, similar to Pages in that the Elemental represents the spark, the absolute purest form of the energy of the suit, and thus the Elemental has both every possible potential as well as limitless boundaries, inspiration, initiation, and the birth of the new. When we see the Elemental, we are setting forth on a journey of 1,000 miles and have just taken our first step. And for the fourth card in the spread, it's what you cannot change. So no matter what, you are at the beginning of this journey of, maybe you've been on this journey of understanding your mental state, understanding your connection to spirit and source, and now you're at a point where you're on a journey towards the physical aspects of life, the 3D. And I get this, I have like a mixed sense from this little guy, this little, is he a leprechaun, I think? If you look at him, he kind of has, to me, he has this surprised look on his face. But also, it's kind of like, he's looking back like, oh, I forgot you were there. And there's like kind of a sense of wiseness in him. I almost feel like he's guiding you on this path. I don't know. I can't really explain the feeling I get from it, but it's just like comfort in moving forward on this journey. Um, Now the fifth card is Temperance, and the fifth card in the spread is what you can expect. This is Temperance. And this came out in reverse. I don't usually take reversals, and I'm not going to now, but I'm just going to throw that out there in case anyone is interested in interpreting that how they want. Allow me to find Temperance. Again, I'm not super well adjusted to tarot, reading at least. I don't know the cards by heart by any means, but I'm learning. So Temperance. Rhythm and flow of the patterns of our lives are most important. As we struggle to balance ourselves while trying to be in several different places at once, we must allow ourselves to be where we are needed, to allow the signs to show us where to go, and not to try to polarize our attentions. And when I first read this, I was a little confused. I wasn't sure what to take from this card, but now I kind of get the sense that, like, re-looking through this spread, you see all these different areas that you've been journeying through, being the Initiate of Swords, the Novice of Pentacles, and the Element of Pentacles, that you need to just be in the moment and expect that wherever you find yourself, it's going to be okay, and that there's trust and guidance. And you can see she's kind of drawing this infinity sign, that you are infinite, and that abundance is infinite, that all of the things you wish for are possible as long as you just as long as you continue to work on the things you need to work on when you do. When you feel called to something, you follow that, you chase it, and set like your plans into motion and make things happen. I don't know. Before I didn't really know what to take from this, but now I see it's like you can expect that if you work on the things you want to work on that you have been planning to, you have infinite what's the word? Infinite potential and infinite. You can get anything you want. Yeah, and then when I first pulled cards, I also got the Two of Cups. This doesn't really pertain to any of the rest of the spread, but I felt called to take it because it came out. And let me read this for you. So cups are like they represent the water element, and that pertains to like the emotional realm, coming into balance with yourself. I'll just read it anyway. The water suit, usually symbolized by cups or chalices, deals heavily with the emotional realm of the heart, the feelings we experience as we grow and move through various situations and relationships in our lives. The cards illustrate moments where we experience our emotional growth through changes and in our encounters with various people. And now the two brings a sense of new balance, the simple beginnings of stability, a yin and yang energy that centers and balances us, yet keeps us moving. It is not a matter of staying in one place, but a moment of trust within a pattern of progress and growth. And I feel like this ties into the rest of the pentagram, because if you look at this card, you can see these are like two aspects of her personality. She seems like she's drinking from her chalice to celebrate, to have a good time, go out on the town. You can see how she's like dressed all nice, like she's about to go slay the town. But then this version of her, she is drinking from her cup, and in that, like, she's taking the time to fill her own cup so that she can celebrate like this. You can see she's doing self-care things. She's like comfortable in her bathrobes. She has like nail polish and her perfume, and she has her slippers. Like, this is self-care. She's taking care of herself. And there's kind of like that duality of like taking care of yourself and celebrating yourself on your journey, being there for yourself above all else. Like, she's toasting to herself. Like, you need to toast yourself, cherish the person you are, and celebrate the person you are, the person you're becoming, the person you've been. Now, moving forward, we have the Wicker Cross. And again, this is my first time I've ever done this cross. I need to zip down my pants. They are very tight and squeezing me. So I'm going to be referring back to the book a lot from here forward. So I'm going to just go over this as I go. So the present is represented by cards 1, 2, and 11. And the first card is the wheel. Again, for all the major arcana, I'm just going to read from the book directly because I'm learning. So the wheel, when the wheel turns round, it brings with it new opportunities to reach for the path in life we were destined to walk. It is not about stepping back to the past, but giving you a second chance to have what you were meant to have and do what you were meant to do. And I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. I'll show you the picture on this card. There's people walking by, so I might name that plant. I don't know. She's steady working. And then the second card was the Six of Wands. And so the sixes are a sign that a cleansing is in order. Time to release things of the past. Time to let go of the self that no longer fits. Emotional, spiritual, mental, or physical. There is a part of life which no longer suits us, and it's time for us to move onward and upward. And wands are fire energy, which refers to like passions and, well, I will read the description. The fire suit, generally symbolized by wands in this deck, refers to much of the spiritual challenge that is present in all life, but particularly in the life of today's modern pagan or Wiccan. It is a challenge to find and identify oneself without labeling, to be certain of one's ethics and standards, and to solidify and understand one's beliefs and values in life. And with this card, you can kind of see that there's a person from every element here. They're all celebrating something. And I see with the black and white robes, there's the sense of yin and yang again. Almost, it's like celebrating the person that you were in order to grow into the person you want to be. And I get that sense because he has his arms crossed, like he's preparing for the fall. He's maybe, I almost feel like he represents the old aspects of personality. She has her hands held high, almost representing the things that are yet to come, the rise in confidence in spiritual growth. And all the elements are surrounding them, holding hands. They're all together, like accepting these things, letting it all come into balance. I almost feel like you've learned from your mistakes and from your successes and using that to move forward. Sorry. There's a lot more people at the park now than when I started, so I'm trying to continue. I just also, I don't know. You know how it is. And with that, I almost feel like it's connected to the wheel in that, like, you're celebrating the person you were and becoming the person you want to be, and the wheel keeps moving, and life moves in cycles, and as the cycles continue to happen, you may experience not necessarily past people, but situations that remind you of your past. And you're at a point where you can use the things you've learned to come to these situations with a new sense of self, with new boundaries, a sense of understanding of where they're coming from and where you're coming from. And that's beautiful. Like it just feels like growth. And our 11th card is the Ten of Cups, which again, this is celebration. People coming together. There's a baby here. This is birth, new life. These cats, yin and yang. It's just, again, like every element is together and they're all celebrating this new cycle, this new life, the potential of new earth, the reality that you're going into. They're toasting to that. And I don't really need to add like that. It speaks for itself. The Six of Wands to the Ten of Cups is crazy. Like, this is a beautiful acceptance and moving forward. Celebrate yourself. Now, cards 3 and 12 are the foundation. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, and 11 are the present cards. Now, 3 and 12 are foundation. Now, card 3 is the Two of Wands. And this one's interesting because you can see, I don't know. Yeah, I think you can see that. The sun seems to be shining into her wand, and it's almost like lighting her path. This feels like you're building on this connection with spirit. You're understanding the direction it's trying to show you. You're trusting your intuition and allowing it to guide you. You have all your stuff packed and you're ready to go on this journey. You just have to trust spirit. And our 12th card is the Chariot. Let me read the description for the Chariot. Signifies both a time period in which we have felt as though our wheels were spinning, getting us nowhere, and also that such a time period is nearing its end, and we are about to begin to see our energies released for growth and movement again. The timing was not right for our success, but now that time is coming. And this card it's had a weird vibe to me, the way that they illustrated it, because this almost looks like a coffin, which it could just be a chest, an old-timey chest. I don't know. To me, it gives me the sense of moving forward. Like the description said, that you were in a time of just kind of toiling and feeling stagnant, but it's time to go. Your things are packed. Whoa, tossed it. Your things are packed. You're on your journey. You're beginning on this path, which again, like that tied with the Two of Wands there's a synchronicity there in that, like, you're ready to move forward. You're beginning on this path. You're ready to go. You're moving. Maybe you're actually moving. We'll touch more on that in a moment. Yeah, very solid. It feels like you're at a place where you're ready to move forward with your life. You're starting on this new cycle. Now, cards 4 and 13 are the immediate past, which we have the Three of Cups and Judgment. Now, again, the Three of Cups. I get the sense that they are reflecting on their past. It looks like they're looking through this scrapbook, happy memories. And this relates back to the previous cards. It feels like learning from your mistakes, learning from your successes, celebrating that, and being excited for what's to come. This looks like just three friends reflecting and getting excited about where they're going together, celebrating your past. And with Judgment, it's interesting because I will read the description of it and then talk about my interpretation. Another misunderstood card, Judgment is similar to the Justice in that it refers to a karmic sense of judgment and not a legal sense. We have struggled long enough in this world, and a change begins to see us finally starting to see some results in our effort. We begin to realize we can succeed and turn our lives around for the better. And this almost looks like she's being guided through it's like a reconciliation with trauma, these horrible things that have happened in the past, and coming to terms with that so that you can grow. And with these two cards together, it feels like you need to learn, reflect on your past, celebrate it, but also take the things that hurt you and learn not to identify with them, but use them to influence your actions from here forward. And I recently had a reading that has, like, this card is speaking to me because of it. She almost looks like a mentor of some kind, taking her on a guided journey. So maybe there's someone coming into your life that is going to help you work through these things, or help you, maybe even without them realizing it, help you find your path and adjust. It kind of looks like a therapy room almost, but she looks wise. Is that card again? Okay. So that's the immediate past. Again, just learning. And so 6 and 15 are the immediate future, which this book says 1 month in the future. And our 6 and 15 are the Elder of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Now, I really like the Elder of Wands. He looks so proud and excited. The smile is infectious. He has this big bouquet. And now the elders are like the kings in this deck. He's reached a point of maybe not being done with his journey, but reached a true understanding of where he is on his path. And I get this, and the elder is there to take everything they've learned and to teach it to others. Which, tying back to this judgment card, maybe you're the elder. Maybe it's your time to come forward, take what you've learned, and teach the people around you what you've learned so that they can grow too. Share your light. Show them the potential of spirituality, of source. Like, look at this bouquet. This is the potential. The flowers and fire are the potential of what you've learned on your path. What you can learn, what other people that can learn from you could learn from spirituality. I don't know if that made sense. That was kind of long-winded. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm gonna read the description for this, as I didn't really know what to take from it. Maybe you could take more from this than me. I almost get this sense that there's like a reflection from the sky right there. Maybe as above, so below, kind of pertaining to yin and yang again. But pentacles are the earth, which is like finances, physical comforts, and I don't know, money and shit. And the ace represents new beginnings, something that is literally physically new entering our lives and waking us up to a new decision, path, or challenge we can take. An energy that gives us something to work with, where a piece of the puzzle might have been missing previously. Which maybe, I think I was thinking of it too separate from the Elder of Wands, in that maybe you're starting on this new journey, this new career opportunity, by teaching others something that you've spent time learning. Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe, tying back to the judgment thing, maybe you are someone who wants to go into therapy, become a therapist and guide people, a counselor, a camp counselor. Maybe you want to take care of children, teach the youth these ways that they can be the best versions of themselves. I'm not really sure. It is beautiful, though. And then cards 5 and 14 are the future, a little further in the future. It says like 2 to 3 months. And 5 and 14 are the Star and the Two of Swords. So we have the Star and the Two of Swords, which the Star has been following me. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like almost every reading that I have been seeing on YouTube has had the Star in some shape or form. And the Star, one moment. The Star, we are finally able to see clearly where our destiny and karma are leading us. We see the hand of Goddess pointing our way to us, and every small clue in our lives takes on brave new significance. We will never feel alone again. And with that, we have the Two of Swords, which, when you first look at this card, it almost looks scary. This looks like a dark being blinding you, but I don't get that sense. I get a sense of safety from this. If you can see, their skin tones look the same. I almost feel like this is her shadow, kind of her becoming comfortable with the shadow of her personality. And she has these two swords, like she feels safe. And again, there's like balance there. These are two different kinds of swords. I almost get the sense that, like, because you get a sign from the universe, from Goddess, from Source, and it shows you that no matter what, you aren't alone, and that you can feel comfortable with all of the aspects of yourself. You're done with these times of feeling unsafe in your own skin. You aren't allowing people to maybe dig at these darker parts of your personality. You're becoming comfortable with them. You're allowing them, you're able to see in the dark, because while your eyes are closed, you have these other parts of you that can help you. Things that were once a hindrance are now your superpower, almost. And now for the future, up to like 6 months in the future, this says we have 10 and 19, which are the Two of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Now this feels like a new beginning. A lot of this like new cycle energy. This feels like she's moving homes, like she's entering this new place. And if you look at her face, she looks worried. There's a sense of nervousness, uncertainty. But then you look at these two, they're almost welcoming her with open arms. And I almost feel like this is kind of a leap of faith. Trust that Spirit has your back, that things will be okay no matter what direction they go. You're starting in a new place. You're in a new cycle. You're in a new area of your life, but it's going to be okay. As scary as it might be, you have the support of the universe. It's there for you. And then the 10 of Pentacles is also interesting because it's this sense of you've gone through these things and trusted your intuition. You've found your abundance. Maybe you've meditated on these things and changed what you needed to change. Let go of the parts of you that you don't align with anymore, and you're becoming the person you want to be. And you've brought all these. You've manifested this abundance, all the things you wanted. We have the 10 Pentacles as these discs, but you can see she also has she has swords, she has cups. I think there's wands somewhere in here. When I was first looking, I actually don't see any wands now that I'm fully observing it. But the 10 sums up the energy of the completed suit and demonstrates where we find ourselves once we have worked our way through all of the situations and patterns we needed to change in our lives. 10s can be both success and failure, but even that failure has inherent within it the power to heal and be reborn. And she kind of looks like she's going through her things, spring cleaning almost, like she's earned all these things and now she has to tidy her space so that she can keep what works for her. Yeah, take from that what you will. Moving to a new place and gaining the things you've manifested. Maybe going through your life and clearing what doesn't belong. Which I know this is for the future, but these things can also pertain to any time, you know? I think we should always be looking through our lives and continuously trying to make changes for the better. Now, 7 and 16 are the psychological view of the situation. And our 7 and 16 are the 7 of Wands and the Ace of Cups, which is interesting. The 7 of Wands it gives me a sense of trusting spirit, accepting help and trusting that things are going to be okay. She looks a little not necessarily confused, but he's there to guide her, and she's open to that help. And then the Ace of Cups is emotions, sense of balance, and you can see there's 2 dolphins there. This is maybe companionship, whether that's romantic or in career. You're accepting the help from someone, and you need to be open to that. You don't need to, I guess. You have free will, but you have the choice to be open, and Spirit recommends that you trust that the people you let in to help you will help you and will be there for you. That these times of being stabbed in the back, or maybe even things not even that drastic, but like things just that weren't up to your either standards or weren't for your highest good, are behind you, and it's time to allow the people who want to help you, because they will bring balance to your life. I do really like this Ace of Cups card, just because those dolphins look it's such a happy vibe in this illustration. Fill your cup. Now, the objective perspective are cards 8 and 17, which are 8 and 17 are the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. I haven't read this far into the spread, if I'm honest. I got to the Ace of Cups and 7 of Wands, and I felt guided to start this. But so we have the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. Let's read the description on this, because I haven't read through this yet. So the 8 is another challenge. We are hard at work on the path we have chosen, but this time our labor pays off, and we feel as though we are creating what will finally benefit us and those that we love. Yeah, she's on her shit. She's getting shit done. She's making calls. Maybe you need to make some calls that you've been putting off. She's making shit happen. And perhaps this is a time to set your plans into motion. You've put together these ideas for things. Maybe it's time to execute them. Bring your plans into action, is I guess what I'm trying to get across. And then the 4 of Swords, she's laying down with a sword in her hand and 3 above her bed. Interesting. Fours are a sign of stability, a solid foundation upon which to build. Whether in the physical sense or the emotional, mental, or spiritual sense, 4s mean that a new center of gravity is present, and it is time to build upon that. Regardless of what else is going on, 4s are a positive sign for hope, because they are building, not taking away. See, now I almost get the sense that this is... The 4 of Swords represents your new foundation. This is where you're building from, and this is how you need to build. You're understanding what makes you feel rested, how you can feel safe in your own skin, what you deserve, what you don't deserve, and you're doing things to make that happen, or you need to. Interesting. Let me know if this means anything more to you guys. I'm not really sure what else to take from this, but I don't know. It's an interesting combo of cards. Okay. And next, we have the advice to go on. I feel like I missed some cards. 9 and 18? Oh, yeah. I forgot the cards in the somewhat near future, 4 to 5 months. Maybe I'll go back to that. I feel called to go over the advice first. So we have the Elemental of Cups. Now, the Elemental in this deck is the lowest number of the court. Similar to Pages in that the Elemental represents the spark, the absolute purest form of the energy of the suit. The Elemental has both every possible potential as well as limitless boundaries, inspiration, initiation, and the birth of the new. When we see the Elemental, we are setting forth on a journey of 1,000 miles and have just taken our first step. So this feels like a new partnership, tying over to that Ace of Cups. I don't know. She looks very free. Maybe you're in a new space of freedom. Letting go of these things in the past, healing from this trauma. You can be free to learn with this person. Maybe this is just yourself. To learn from this your higher self. You're one with your emotional state now, and it's time to flourish. This is only the beginning. Now, the cards I didn't go over before are the Initiate of Cups and the Moon. Again, the cups. Lots of cups in this reading. So the Initiate is equivalent to the Queen. The Initiate is a higher level of energy within the court. The Initiate has made much progress and some commitment has already been established. Growth is not by any means limited or finished. There's still much to be done. However, validation of the chosen path is ours because we have accomplished enough to see that success will be ours if we continue working as we have been. We can enjoy what we have, but not get lazy or complacent. Yeah. Beautiful. That kind of says everything. I get the sense that, like, because you're connecting with yourself, you're connecting with the earth, with nature. There's these deer that don't look frightened, but more interested in her energy. You need to share your light. You've been through so much stuff that it's time you trust yourself. I mean, this is you. Soon to be you. That by following your path, you can be this, like, guide. Again, with the Elder of Wands. These feel almost connected. Then we have the moon. Much the way that moonlight and sunlight show us different perspectives of a situation, in this case we are able to see that our fears are not the reality. We are buying into a dream state, frightened by things which do not need to have power over us. We need to realize and take our powers back from the nightmares in our lives. Mm. Mm. This almost feels like you need to trust that on this journey, tying to the other cards, Have faith. You've been through the things you've been through. You know that. You understand what you've been through, and you don't need confirmation from anyone else to validate that. And you need to start allowing yourself to see the light of these hardships. See the light of stop viewing things in a pessimistic light. You can allow these people into your life. It'll be okay. You know? That's beautiful. I'm going to... That's the end of that, and I'm going to go here in just a moment. I'm going to pull a couple more cards. I have... I'm going to pull from the Moonology deck and the Healing Light Lenormand. Mostly because the moon came out, I feel called to pull some moon cards. Now again, this one is one I struggle with a little bit, as I haven't really used this deck much. And the guidebook for it is online. Communication is key. New Moon in Gemini. It's on the bottom of the deck. So I'm just gonna trust my intuition with this, and we'll see what comes out. I believe I could link the guidebook to this in the description if you want to read on it deeper. But I will not be going into that too deep in this reading. All right. What are some final messages for the collective? What does the moon want to share with the collective? Okay. Whoa. Okay. We have expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Wow. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. And then take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. And this was in reverse. Again, I don't do reversals, but take from that what you will. This is very interesting because expect powerful change and a time to give rather than take. This ties into everything else I was saying. This is a time to take what you've learned and use it to help others, and you will see growth from this. You will see abundance from this. You'll become the person you want to be. You know you have this potential. You just need to share your light with others, and you can expect change from that. Whatever you put out, you'll receive back tenfold. And this feels like you just need to focus on self-care. With this Two of Cups from earlier, you need to take care of yourself. Take time to breathe out. Take time to maybe take a bath. Take advantage of those practices that bring you peace. Maybe taking like a saltwater bath with bath salts. Maybe light candles and just do some intentional breathing. Meditate in nature. Go and sit out at a lake and look at the moon. I love to do that. I love connecting with the moon. All right, I'm going to pull 2 cards from the Healing Light Lenormand. I'm just going to pull from the top. What's a final message that the collective needs to hear at this time? I'm going to shuffle 3 more times. People playing catch over there. Maybe you need to get outside. Get outside and just have fun also. That's definitely a part of like celebrating yourself. Appreciate the moment you're in. this is a new beginning, and it's time to like really appreciate where you are. All right, I'm gonna shuffle 2 more times because I was not paying attention. Final messages for the collective. Oh, oops. Pull 2 from the top. We have the 14 of clubs, the little coyote or something on the front, and we have the 7 of spades, of diamonds, not spades, silly. And it looks like there's an eagle on there. 12 and 14 are the numbers. And the idea with this deck is that the left card, let's see if I remember correctly, the right card influences the left, and the left hold on. So in this deck, the playing cards symbolize court figures that have been integrated into the fabric of the main images. After the manner of semi-transformation playing cards, this deck also includes extra interchangeable lady and gentleman cards for same-sex couple readings. Okay. So each card is controlled or affected by whatever falls above it or to the left. By contrast, it controls whatever is to the right or below. So, So we have number 14. Let's take a look. We have 14, the fox. This represents survival, cunning, or taking advantage. It also talks of things going on out of sight. The fox is trickery or an imposter, someone who isn't being honest. Next to the lady, gentleman, or child, someone you know is deceiving you. With the dog, a friend is being dishonest. Fox and fish is dishonest gain, while fox in the book is stealthy concealment. And the other card is the birds or owls, the 7 of diamonds. Oh, I see. The fox is the 9 of clubs. The birds are the 7 of diamonds. Excuse me. This card represents gossip, chatter, hearsay, Chinese whispers and rumors. It also shows conversation, debate, and curiosity. In modern terms, this can be electronic communications, so telephone and social media are very much indicated. With the writer, you have the expression of gossip. Interesting. So maybe there's people talking behind your back on this. People trying to share a false idea of who you are. But I kind of get the sense that you shouldn't listen to any of this hearsay, because these people aren't seeing who you are. Just with all of the other cards that have come out, like, you have this strong sense of self, and it's time to trust that. Like I was saying with the Initiate of Cups, you know who you are. You know what you've been through. You may not look it, but you are a being of light, and it's important you don't let others dim your light for the sake of dimming your light. Be who you want to be who you are, live proudly, share your light, and as long as you're spreading love and light and being kind to others, intentionally living by your highest good, in the end, all that matters is the good you do. Again, like, what you put out is what you will receive tenfold. The people that are talking behind your back or trying to create this false image of you are only going to receive that back to themselves. Don't pay attention to these negative energies. Just keep doing your best. And if you approach people if someone approaches you with this kind of energy, you just extend love to them. Well, that's the message. I don't believe I have anything else to share. This is my first reading, so if you have any suggestions for types of readings I should do, or if you have any tips on reading tarot that could be beneficial to me, feel free to comment below. Comment if this resonated with you. I hope you were able to receive some sort of guidance from this. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I know I'm having a great day. It is absolutely beautiful out. I woke up a little late, a lot later than I wanted to, but that's okay, you know? Things don't always go how you want, but you have to make the most of it. And it has been an absolute beautiful day today. I woke up and was like, I need to go to the park. So I went to the park, played guitar for like an hour, and did this. So make the most of your day. Share your light. Yeah. I love you. And you should love you too.